Permanent secretaries reshuffled, sugar workers on strike, and bilateral joint gas project in talks. I am Rico Beaufort, and this is Uncut News. Do you see news happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp 592-659-6151. There is a shake-up in the government ministries. The President's House reassigned and appointed permanent secretaries across 8 government ministries. Adele Cole-Clark and Miguel Jean-Chu Kang have been appointed as permanent secretaries in the Ministry of Legal Affairs and Local Government, respectively. Additionally, 6 permanent secretaries have been reshuffled. Alfred King will now serve as the new permanent secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister. Chanel Hussein Uttar to the Ministry of Education. Prema Rupnarayan will replace Uttar as the permanent secretary in the Human Services and Social Security Ministry. Bishram Kupin will now be at the Housing Ministry, while Andre Ali will now be the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Home Affairs. And finally, the infamous May Toussaint Jr. Thomas will take on the role as the new permanent secretary in the Ministry of Labour. The opposition plans to challenge the president's decision to extend the tenure of Acting Police Commissioner Clifton Hicken, arguing that it is unconstitutional. The opposition has prepared a case and will file it next week. The Constitution mandates the president to hold constructive engagements with the opposition leader and the chairman of the Police Service Commission on the appointment of a substantive commissioner of police. Hicken has been acting as the nation's top cop since March 2022 and recently reached the retirement age of 55 years old. The Agriculture Ministry has commissioned an agro-processing facility in Watuka, Linden at a cost of $23.6 million. The facility has the capacity to produce over 4,300 liters of sauces and seasonings monthly and will provide agro-processing services to around 600 people in the Region 10 area. The government is currently working out how it will merge the traffic e-ticketing system with online or digital payments at the magistrate courts nationwide. Already, digital notice boards are in place at courts in Georgetown and other courts around the nation, and a local information technology company is working alongside the judiciary to implement a system that would facilitate online payments to the courts. Sugar workers who were transferred from the Rose Hall Sugar Estate to the Albion and Claremont Estates are now demanding compensation from the government for being transferred back to the Rose Hall Estate, which is scheduled to be reopened in September. The workers went on strike and called on the president and the vice president to meet with them to resolve the matter. The strike will continue until the leaders meet with the workers. The restoration of City Hall in Georgetown has been granted an 8-month extension, pushing back the completion date from March of 2023 to November due to challenges faced during construction, including structural complexities and the need for specialized materials.
Attention truck owners. Between potholes, bad drivers, and high fuel prices, you've got 99 problems to deal with. But with Powered Automotive, your engine ain't one. That's because they stock high-quality parts and spares you need at prices you can't beat. Visit them at Lot 491 EE Eccles or call or WhatsApp them at telephone number 6970171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana.
Tired of waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GT Eat is here to make your life easier. Guyana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GT Eats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today.
The Guyana Civil Aviation Authority has completed its investigation into the emergency landing made by a Fly Always aircraft on August the 14th due to an engine warning light for oil pressure limit on the right engine of the aircraft. The aircraft returned and landed safely at Chedichakan without further incident, and necessary maintenance was performed before it was flown to Fly Always' home base in Suriname for further investigation that same evening. Now for crime news. A farmer from the Essequibo coast named Ganesh Ramcharan died after losing control of his motorcycle while returning home from his farm located east of Mashabo Mission. Ramcharan was found dead while lying face down a short distance away from his motorcycle along a trail at Grave Hill. Isaac Pereira was charged with simple larceny for allegedly stealing $10,000 from Petulia Clark at a Republic Bank ATM on Water Street in Georgetown. Pereira pleaded guilty with explanation, stating that he is homeless and he only stole the money to buy food and fruits before taking his medication, which he apparently cannot take on an empty stomach. He is expected back into court next month. Pity. Pandit Tarun Balgobin was released from the New Amsterdam Magistrates Court yesterday, when the murder charge against him was dropped. Balgobin was accused of killing Angraj Kumar Indrapal, who was found dead at a pump station where he worked behind the Rose Hall estate in August of 2022. Balgobin was remanded to prison after appearing before Magistrate Renita Singh at the New Amsterdam Magistrates Court in August of last year. Now for today's oil update. American oil exploration company Apache Corporation is currently in talks for a floating liquefied natural gas site between Guyana and Suriname due to its confidence in recent oil discoveries off the coast of Suriname. The company plans to re-inject natural gas under the surface of Suriname in the medium term, but in the long term, it could seek to export it through an LNG terminal. Guyana is already producing more than 1 million barrels per day and is undertaking its own natural gas facility under the Wales Gas to Energy project, while Suriname paused drilling to appraise recent work at an area that could have more oil than previously thought. By the way, that's 1 million barrels of gas, not oil. We're not there yet, but soon.
It might not be robbery season, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today.
Now for our Uncut News Views Poll Question of the Day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Ghana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel if this was. Last night I asked, what are some tangible things you believe we can do to change our nation for the good?
But before we get to that, I'm proud to announce our latest addition to the Noble Army, Richard Singh, who is supporting us at the reporter level, the highest level of monthly support we've received so far. So thank you, Richard Singh. And also, a special thank you to David Griffith, Dion Nascimento, Project Zero, and Dimitri V. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to support our movement, just hit the link in the video description.
Saeed Wilson says that there's a lot of ways to change the current state of affairs in the nation, but here's one of them. Lower the cost of food and manage the farmers that sell, because the seeds are provided by NARI, or the rice board that's being founded by the people. Also teach school kids management. Also need an HMO that deals with rentals. How can you want to rent an apartment for Guyanese for $300,000 and people only make $80,000 a month? Are you telling them to steal to pay the light bill and to feed themselves? What happens when the medical bills come to play? Might gotta go and rob your shop in this country. People can't afford food, but they can find money to buy guns and rob someone. Funny, right? Yeah, not funny in a ha-ha way, but I guess funny in a sad way. Now for tonight's question. How do you feel about the current shake-up of permanent secretaries within the government? Do you think it'll actually lead to some change, or will it just be business as usual? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Nick Coppold saying good night, folks.